Now, share option. Share option is under IFRS 2. And this is what? This is equity share settlement under IFRS 2. Right? Okay, so what is this all about? This is the situation when a company decides to give their employees a share. So this is a form of what? A form of what? Reward or incentive to the what? To the employees. So they can give them what you call the share option or equity share settlement. So they can settle them in that what? In that manner. So when that happens, this also can cause or dilute what? Basic earning per share. So that is what this simply means. So when a company does what? Give equity share or share to what? To their employees, it will dilute their what? It will dilute their equity share. That's if maybe they've given them share option of 5,000. So let's take this example. Share option is 2 million. Market price per share is 2 cedis. Exercise price per share is 1 cedi, 50 pesos. And they say that profit after tax is 4 million. And then share outstanding is 5 million. So this is what we are talking about. So here they decided to give them share option. And the market price as at the time is 2 million. And they said that okay, they have option to buy this share at this price, 150 pesos. So this is what equity settlement. So they decided to what give them the share at what at a reduced price. So here, how do we go about this one? So first, find the basic earning per share. Basic earning per share is what? Profit over what? Over your shares or your wins. And this one, the profit is what? You have profit of the profit is for 4 million, and then the share is what? 5 million. That gives you how much? 0.8. Okay. Now the next option is what? You should find what? The next step is what? Find the calculate the what? The percentage in what? In dilution. Now the percentage in dilution is what? Market price per share minus what? Minus the exercise price per share, all divided by what? Market price, multiplied by 100%. When you look at this one, we have market price of what? 2 cedis given. And the question is what? 2 cedis. And then the exercise price 1 cedi, 50 pesos, all divided by market price of 2 cedis. Then you multiply by what? 100%. So that gives you what? 25%. Okay. So 3, you calculate the what? The number of shares. Calculate the number of share options. So how do you do that? You will pick your what? Your share options. You multiply by what? Percentage and what? In dilution. Simple. So when you look at this, what is your share option? The share option is 2 million. So you pick what? 2 million multiplied by percentage in dilution, which is what? 25%. So 25% will give you 0.25. So how much is it? So you have what? 2,000 multiplied by 0.25. That gives you 500. So this is what? 500 shares. So you've converted the share options into shares. That's the meaning. So 4, find your what? Find the wins. So find the wins. 1, you find the outstanding shares. Now the outstanding shares in the question is how much? 5 million. Let's give it. Outstanding share is what? 5 million. And now the what? Share option converted. Converted is how much? 500. So when you add it, you have what? 5,500. Good. So when you are done, you can find your what? Your diluted earning what? Per share. So your diluted earning per share will be what? What is that? So you have your what? Your profit over what? Over your wins. Your profit is how much? Profit 4 million. What about diluted earning per share, which is 5. Right. So what do you have? So that gives you 0.73. Alright, so here you compare, you realize that you have your basic earning per share is what 0.83, and then diluted is how 0.73. So it is what dilutive. This is what we call share option. This is what we call share option. All right. Alternatively, the share option to determine dilution earning per share can also be what? Can also be done this way. One, determine the share option value. Now, how do you do that? They've given you what? Share option. Share option of what? 2 million. So let's make it what? 2,000. And then they're giving you what? Exercise price. Exercise price is what? 1 city, 50 pesos. So when you multiply, what do you have? You will get what? 3,000 in value. Now, the second step is what? Is to determine the number of shares. If the shares are bought back. Now, how do you do that? You know your share options in value, as I calculated above. How much? 3,000. Then you divide it by market price. The market price in the question is how much? Let's check. So the market price in the question is 2 series. What do you have? That gives you what? 1,500 first. So at the end, you'll find out what? You'll find 3. You'll find the incremental. Find incremental shares in what? In dilution. What is the total share option? So we have what? Your share options given in the question is how much? Let's check that. Share options given in the question is what? 2 million. So you will have what? 2,000 here. And then shares bought back at 1,500. Check it. So the bought back is 1,500. So that gives you what? 500 shares. So this becomes what? Your incremental shares. The fourth one is what? Find your what? Your wins. Now your wins, you have what? Outstanding shares. Outstanding shares in the question is how much? 5 million. So 5,000. Then incremental shares as calculated is what? Is 500. So when you add it, that gives you how much? That gives you 5,500. Good. So you can now find what? Diluted earning per share. Our profit has given us a profit less what? Preference dividend, all divided by what? Your wins. What do you have? So profit is given in the question check. The profit is given as how much? Profit is 4 million. So you have what? 4,000 all divided by 5,500. What do you have? That gives you 0.73. You see, so clearly is the same. Clearly the same as I use the alternative means what to calculate for the dilution. So you see, so this is the process that you can use. So clearly it is the same that the outcome will be. So this one you use the what? You use the percentage in dilution to determine that. But the other option is also has its own different process to determine that. Okay.